La. Boom! We're here! Refraction. Uh, Projectiles instead of skills. I wonder if this will make it not as good. Who knows? Alright, let's go up. Earth Shatter. Nerfed by 20%. Overexert. Nerfed by similar. That's going to be at least 40% less damage probably for that build. Still going to be a good league starter. Alright, let's go top down now. A static strike version where you actually want to spam static strike itself instead of just like hitting it once every now and then. I don't care about charge dash, not even going to read it. A new Warcry skill supports Warcry skills, causing them to create consecrated ground with shittier area and CDR. And I think these memory vaults are based on the quadrants, right? Yeah. This is the new Mage's Blood farm. Stop saying he doesn't know. I know. But I don't. Is it the int one? Fuck you guys, new green frogs. So you avoid from killing both Exarch and Eater instead of one from each. Oh, so you only get one from this. Decayed Void Stone is now from killing both Shaper and Elder, so you don't have to do Uber Elder. The Shaper and Elder gives you one, Exarch and Eater gives you one, Incarnation of Dread gives you one, and then Maven still gives you one. Fuck all your frogs. Yeah, so, and this is a huge thing for memory threads. Basically, instead of having to stop your maps every 25 maps and do a fucking chain of boss rushing trash, you just drop this in the ground, and then whenever you want, you go and run all of them at once, which is way better. So I increase the word values of original influence and map modifiers that grant a pack size or rarity. Slightly reduce the ones that gave currency, maps, or scarabs. Based on what we saw, it was a little more than slightly reduced. It was heavily reduced, it seemed. Which makes sense for currency in particular because that's doubled baseline in the game. I'm gonna need to actually filter these now because these are dog shit. There'll be less dog shit with this change, but yeah, we'll see. I'm basically gonna turn off any armor memory strand item that isn't the best base, because like, why would I care about like a 94 memory stranded Valor Gallia? So memory strands in general being buffed. Hopefully Orbs of Unraveling aren't so fucking hideously dogshit like they were before. And now you get quantity from Atlas bonus to replace chisels. Ooh, Uber Boss is only 4 instead of 5, love that. Hopefully it's still the same number of fragments dropping, or more, because these have always been so annoying to farm. Elder Guardian, Shaper Guardian, Conquer maps always generate on tier 16 maps. As a result of cards for these no longer state the map tier. Neat. Every now and then you'd walk into a T14 Elder Guardian and he just gets fucking one shot and you're so confused because he has half the HP. Blessed Orb's now able to roll the Conquer and having a Conquer map or the Elder Guardian. It also should work on Shaper maps, but it's not mentioned here, right? Unless I'm blind. No longer offers Atlas missions. So they nerfed all Maven chisels by basically half because they're no longer competing with chisels. But you only need one of these now instead of 4, so a lot more usable. Damn, they took Scours from Eater. This was like one of the only good common currencies from Eater. Fortress Barrels finally nerfed. To not be silly. Horns Grab of Awakening now grants tier 16 areas contain the boss's Miranda Maven invitation. So you might just randomly get like fucking Dread or Cyrus or something because it gets feared. So yeah, I mean, I thought this was going to be deleted from the game because no more map crafting things. They instead just gave it a random little weird thing. But, I mean, will they also drop their loot? Like, if you kill Cyrus here, are you going to get Cyrus loot? Like, weird. Hopefully, I assume so, but... Oh, wait, that says bosses, not just a boss. So you get the entire thing? The entire feared spawning? No way, that'd be psycho. But that'd be cool if it did. Like, you walk up the Dune's Hill like, and it's feared. Feared in Mesa Arena? Yeah. Nah, we'll see. That's funny, though. This is going to be way more Delirium loot. Because don't these like almost always spawn in like the right kind of map? That's like way more Delirium loot. Like your strands. And if you're doing 100% Deli maps, you like always get 2. This is really good buff to Delirium. But not being able to farm T17 Delirium, of course, pretty big nerf from that. Influence script conversion been changed. No longer grants a chance to get influence maps. Now instead spawns an extra boss, and it will always drop a map. Okay, so they absolutely fucking nuked influence map farming. Because before, in a good map, this would give you like 10 plus maps that were influence maps. And now you get one. You get one, but it's boss rushable instead of being juice required. None of these are really good maps, right? Let's see what's gone. Toxic Sewer is out. Shore is out. Glacier's out. We still have the good ones that people care about, like, you know, Strand and Jungle Valley and stuff. Okay, this is what I'm excited for. Let's see what they fucking removed. Alright. Cringe no damage mod, gone. Both of the action speed things gone. Why did they remove Mark for Death? I feel like this was like one of the healthiest tier 17 modifiers. It was just the damage mod. You took more damage. That's a weird way to remove. Oh, this one was super dangerous, gone. This one didn't do anything at all. Gone. Cyrus stuff too. Is Exarch gone? So Exarch Greats are still there, but Desolation is gone. Like this technically, in a vacuum, this would make it harder to roll runnable 17s. Because like, for most builds, free, just run it anyways, free, run it anyways, solve action speed, use Warp Rune Graft. Like the only thing here that actually is like a you cannot run it is this. The rest of them are technically runnable. So this will mean you get pen more often, like minus max. Whenever I say T17, I'm just referring to nightmare maps. Atlas passive tree changes. Shadow shaping, bold undertakings, and focus are gone because these all were related to like map stuff, which no longer exists. They just dropped as tier 16. Difficulties in your map are from 2 random other maps instead of the one you're in. I don't think I would ever take this when I can just scry good ones to the one I am. Completing a map objective within a shape region instead collapses a different map within that shape region. So this is likely something that I will have clicked. The moment I'm using Astrolobes and creating these shape regions, I'm likely going to have this clicked forever. It means instead of having to run a bunch of shit maps to juice your good map, you just only run your good map, which is obviously good. The downside is because it deletes random maps, it might brick your region a little earlier. Like, based on how it removes them randomly, you might have it close early. But obviously that's still better than running fucking factory and cells to buff your dunes. Like, you're always gonna have this if you're running shape maps. So yeah, they nerfed the ore, not surprising. This is still gonna be one of the best ways to get ore. Buffed the crops, but crops are now gonna give the shit people don't care about. So crops are now only for tattoos and rune graphs. And ore is for currency. This needs to say faster, not slower. This number being increased, this needs to say faster. Like, you want to wait 15 seconds for your fucking bombs to blow up? No. But I get it. The point of this entire expedition wheel is to make it easier for ship builds. So it makes sense, it's fine. Who cares, big bomb anyways? Amen. Oh, faster. We found it. Faster. It's the next one. So instead of only being slower, you have a choice now. You can get faster or slower. Let's fucking go. But still, in most cases, just big bomb. So this is the one that used to be from chiseling, and now instead it's per fragment used with that map. Are scarabs considered? I mean, scarabs are in the fragment tab, right? So scarabs should count here. And you technically have 5 of these, right? Instead of 4, so we have 3% higher effective modifiers than last patch. So it's veiled items dropped have a chance to drop with a fractured veil modifier. But I think this Atlas node also makes the monsters more dangerous, right? Don't they give an extra item every single time you execute them? So I probably still wouldn't do this in League Start and Hardcore. That's too scary. Yo, they buffed the heist stuff. Nice. Because they removed the map device, and these were always way too low. So you can at least force heist reliably now. Shaping the mountains no longer has chance to get a free run map. Now it has increased number of rare monsters in your maps. Interesting. So these, what used to be map sustain nodes, are now juicing nodes. So you're going to be much more incentivized to always take these. Which, like, if you for farming T17s, you always wanted these clicked. You're probably gonna want them clicked on most trees these days. Guys, stop green frogging me. Generally, just a total amount of points you can earn in each tree, which for crafting armor and stuff isn't the biggest deal. You had like 4 points like unspec'd when you were making like fractured rings and stuff. Assuming fracture's still here, might not be able to. Wait. I thought they were gonna delete this from the game. They only nerfed it. I know they also nerfed End, but like, that's still gonna be really strong, I think. NG, thank fucking God these are finally out of the game. This never should have been put in the game. And whoever made it should feel bad. And whoever picked them up should feel bad. Interesting. I wonder why they removed the shards from ancient orbs. Because you could still get these from like the breach tree, for example, could give those shards. Yo, they added div card scarab targeting. That's huge. Because it was never possible to target div card scarabs before, so it was really hard to farm the stupid fucking book scarabs. Starting out well. Alright, we're at league changes now, let's see it.
Slam's totally dominating the meta category. No, see, that's the thing. This is the thing. There's people like you fucking brainwashed by Fopgun who has no fucking clue what he's talking about. And you guys are all fucking regurgitating his fucking dumb takes. That shit fucking triggers me so fucking much. No, but you don't understand. It's not that it's dominating. It's like everything fucking sucks. Everything is dog shit. That's it. Slams were... If they tweaked Slams by nerfing it down a little bit, I would have understood. Like, there's no problem with that. I would have no problems with, like, I don't know. Say auto exit goes down to like 15, and Earth Shadow gets a 10% nerf, whatever, like that would be fine.
Slams are still gonna be super strong. So basically there's 3 query ports, one gives strength, one gives dex, one gives int, so that's way better for targeting tattoos, we fucking love that. Ooh, ports no longer have a bias toward a specific type of currency while shipping. I was curious about how this is gonna go, because like blue Xanthium to Kalgur was favored for divines, that's why everyone did it. If all ore is equal, and it's purely based on value, you'll just get based off port stuff for the most part, so that's cool. Yo! Smelters are twice as good! Smelters aren't total fucking dog shit now. Yo, they can't give high level clusters though for mapping. So like high level clusters are gonna be very simulacrum focused. Like you pretty much have to sim farm to get those now. Besides just like getting the currency from Mirage Delirium. But yeah, mappers wage increasing, and they can't give good clusters. But yeah, mappers are gonna cost a lot. But it seems like you're gonna want to actually use quotas pretty reliably now. A valuable scarab. I think valuable scarab is gonna be those bottom right ones. Which this might be a really good source of Nemesis scarabs, because they're the most common of the bottom right section. To reroll an awakened support gem now sacrifices an exceptional support gem for 3 high level wow, they just killed it. It's dead. So you actually have to farm woke gems from woke gem sources, which basically means in self-found the rare woke gems no longer exist. Like those are just fucking gone. Because this was the only way you ever got those. Because Maven, for whatever reason, Maven herself doesn't drop woke gems anymore, and neither does the Awakener. Maybe they added it back to the Awakener. Maybe the Awakener once again drops Awakened gems. There is no woke gems? Oh. Oh. That makes sense. No! No! Arc chisels! Although original Nida Influence maps are also pretty good, I think. If you get a lot of these, this is still really good. Because like 16.5s are the new juicing map. Like this is the new fortress. Maven chisels still exist. So it technically could have just given Maven chisels, but yeah, it makes sense to add a change. So you just don't, so it's just, it seems like you get way more sulfite for free now. With the changes to the Atlas tree into this, like the amount of you just get from playing the game is a lot higher, and you don't need the scarabs. This is better, because like delvers, if you wanted to delve a lot, you had to buy scarabs for it, whereas now you can just use the Atlas tree for it. That's nice. More ore too. Well, less ore if you were using scarabs, more ore if you're not. Use ways to let veins map scale with item quantity to be similar to how cells or scale with. Ooh, I don't know what this is. This could be a huge nerf. I don't actually know what this means. Like, if I put in a map that has 100% quantity, I don't think you get 100% more ore. Fusion no longer. No, my Abyss Jewels! My Abyss Jewels! I don't care about the clusters as much, but my Abyss Jewels. Damn. So cluster jewels no longer come from tier 17s, Tusion, or mappers. So it's fucking simulacrum for getting those now. Is Templar gonna fry Hillock now? Because Glacial Hammer sucked. Intelligence is half as good for end stacking. Oh my fucking god, they finally did it. Let's go. An actual reliable reflector reduction stat. You don't have to worry about getting like withered, or not withered, but like shocked while standing on some random ground effect that has cold damage increase from a crush claw while you're debuffed with electric zapper from that random fucking exile that counteracts your reduced damage taken. Or Cyrus, increased damage taken. Yeah. Assuming this is like, assuming this is good numbers, that's really nice. It'll be a lot easier to get real reliable Reflect Immune. However, I think you're going to need 101%. I don't think 100% is going to be safe. I think you need 101. Similar to the whole Mind Over Matter thing. And this stat also means you don't have to worry about like conversion. Alright, skill gem changes. We already saw some of them because we snapped down here to check this stuff, but Holy Slam skill used by Herald of Purity now has more area of effect. Minions shouldn't exist. Cool. They still shouldn't exist. Hey, guess what? Still shouldn't exist. Oh, shit. Dominating Blow. Wait, Dominating Blow didn't spawn them on rare monsters, it only spawned on unique? That sucks. Can they fix that? Yeah, Earthshatter nerfed by about 20%. On top of the over-exert nerf. It's a decent nerf. You're still going to instantly progress to tier 16s with these. And you probably won't even notice a difference in most cases. If those two are the only nerfs. There could be more I haven't found yet, but... Energy Blade quality heavily fucking nerfed. Because this offset the less ES on Energy Blade. So, Energy Blade heavily nerfed, Int heavily nerfed. Because like Energy Blade was way too strong, Int stacking way too strong. The Int nerf is super fucking good. I'm glad that came. Because like most ES trees genuinely clicked 2 ES points in the entire tree. Like that's silly. Like they clicked like 1 mastery and that was it. Like that's good that finally came in. Doesn't this skill have like the most hideous multi-proj mechanics of all time though? If I remember right, it doesn't like spread in like an even way. It's like some weird like basically they're all stacked up when they're close and they spread out as they travel to have awful coverage. Maybe that's not a thing anymore, but I remember that for a while. Ooh, damn, pretty big nerf to that one. Remember, so I think after this nerf, I think that the release state of Dissipation, I think it did 5 times this damage that it's gonna do now. And it probably is still good. Like that, I don't think any skill has came out in such a stupid like state before ever. It was like 0 gear, like literally naked, level 80 character, did like 5 build DPS. It was like, what the fuck? It was so weird. Portal, this was such a weird build. The cast on damage taken portal build. That was so weird. But it was neat. It also scaled it much level more past 20. Yo, that's some pretty big specter buffs. Like anyone using like the bug, like this little, like the weird bugaboo specters with this stuff, obviously not gonna be as happy, but people using legit specters. Like, I'd be down to play minions if they just weren't shit. Like, if I could play a Merc support, I would do it. And it's because Merc support actually has AI that is good. Every Spectre in this game is just like, they're just stupid. They just don't attack. They'll just look at monsters. As long as that's how they function mechanically, I just don't care. Sad. These things are, like, these stats are so stupid. They're on cleave too. These numbers make no sense. It's just bad. Like, the bit is, when you dual wield, you can hit with both weapons. But then we apply such insane penalties that you do the same damage as a one-hander and a shield. And two-handers do way more damage. Like, dual wield should just hit with both weapons for free. That's just how it should work. Because two-handers do twice as much damage as one-handers do. Like, I don't understand it. I've never understood it. It's like 10 different skills have these penalties, and they, like, none of them should have those penalties. Val Absolution is better as well. I've always liked Val Absolution mechanic, like conceptually. Like you press it when you get to the boss and then you're strong as fuck and you have these huge guys. All Awakened Gems can only be obtained, except for these 3. The 3 big boys. And they had to disable the Awakened Gem div cards because otherwise you would always get the good ones. I was concerned about this when I saw the exceptional tag on all those different gems, but this is the same still. It just forces the actual exceptional gems. So auto exert slight nerf as well, which means you can no longer auto exert everything, at least without any investment whatsoever. Because before it worked with only the passive tree, and now you would need like a slight amount of reservation. I mean, this is still your best support, right? Like by a lot. Because these are separate multipliers. So Seismic, Intimidating, Infernal, Rallying, right? Is there a fifth one? Battle Mages 2, right? You still have 5. And this is a separate multiplier than this one. So it's still 71% more damage, assuming you have all Warcries. Whereas in the current patch, it's more. Oh, I love this Chieftain change. Double the chance, half the effect. More consistency, but less OP for like self-ignite stuff. Oh, fuck yeah. Is this that stupid, annoying RF minion that you had to summon every 20 seconds? Oh, god bless, that's so huge. This is really nice for Assassin, you actually get real reflect immunity. Slight Sabo buffs. Damn, another Elementalist nerf. From 100 to 50 to 0. So that means you're allowed to use minimum charges to get this instead of having to go to 0. You can just have 3 minimum charges and you'll just get this. Wait, can't you get both now? Isn't it like minimum and maximum bit? Or I guess you already could by going to 0. But now you actually get the charges. And the buff, okay. That's nice. Oh, this is some PoE 2 stuff. This is a cool mechanic idea. I think added damage, there's only 2 things this is, right? It's like flat added and then percent extra added. So like Fizz is lightning. The extra would become cold with this. And like flat fire from anger would become cold with this. So our summoned Spectral Tigers have less life, so they die more often. But the thing is, you respawn these things every second. So I don't think I really care. Because like when you're playing K-Bok and using this for your bloodline, you one-shot the whole screen constantly. So I don't think it's gonna matter. Ooh, love this. 6-7. Okay. Mark effect is actually useful. This could be good for some Sniper Smart builds that love those breakpoints. Because stealth was cosmetic. So Protection Mastery can give you half reflection immunity. And the other half can probably come from a Pantheon, right, in theory? Ooh. So this is really important. This being in the game meant that Ignite could never be good. Because this stupid fucking thing made Ignite's permanent. So hopefully this will also come with some buffs to Ignite. In the future, if not in this patch. But this never should have existed, and I'm glad it's finally gone. So this is also the same nerf that Ent got, so Ent just no longer gets, free infinite defense. Power Mastery that has a chance to refresh Ignite has been replaced. Yeah, that's good. Bro. I hate when there's changes to items where I have to like read them and think about them. Like, come on. So it has increased reserve efficiency and an increased maximum recovery per life leech. So this is Slayer Leech. This is increasing the duration of Leech. But it also affects Instant Leech because the duration is higher, it's a higher number, so instant is better. And Bloodseeker, the whole bit is that it's full instant. So when you reserve a bunch of your life, you have more life per second, or more life per hit restored. Probably still does less than a third of the damage of an actual good claw, so who cares? But like, if you ever use Bloodseeker, you do have absurd recovery. Attacks use yourself repeat an additional time, and have 50% more attack speed. Interesting. So it's just multi-strike. Kind of. It's like that Jewel version of multi-strike. But you still have to stand still for this attack to repeat an additional time. This still has So you attack a little bit faster. Because you lose this local attack speed. Like this is 20% more attack speed. It's local. And I get 50, so it's like a little better, but it's still dog shit compared to any actual good bow, right? So yeah, Accuracy Stacker got nerfed in 4 different ways so far. The gloves, the claw, and then Int and evasion base scaling from Int. Still good though? It might be. It might still be good, but only at like in really high grade levels, not at like still fun ones. I hate that these are all 100% instead of 101%. That makes you scared. But surely it'll work properly. It'll work properly. The reason that is relevant is because there was this setup with converting 100% of your damage taken to mana instead of life. But it didn't work. If you went CI, you would still just die randomly for no reason when you still had mana, and the fix was to get 101%, and then it wouldn't kill you. Lowered how much mana returning is granted through items generated from shipping. Ooh, gambling! No, my gambling! My gambling! Ah! Like, the Genesis tree, I get it. It made sense. My fucking gambling? That sucks. I mean, it was too good to, like the way it was before. It was like, pretty much all early game weapon acquisition was just this, because this was better than identifying could ever be. Ooh, I fucking love this. I love that Exalts are more common. Regals too, but only for early game where that ever mattered. But Exalts more common. I really hope Exalts are like 5 times more common. I want to click Exalts more than I do. But they're just so rare, you just kind of can't. Until pretty endgame. But several currencies have been adjusted, so everything we know about currencies different. I knew this couldn't drop the fucking Cortex. I turned in so many of these. It says synth map. It's a synth map. It can drop it. No, it fucking can't. Damn, they nuke golems. Jesus. Which is good. Yo, Essence stack to 10? What? But yeah, being able to enchant Life Flask with this harvest stuff was always really weird. It just meant that you just didn't need recovery on boss fights, because you just had, if you had 3 Life Flasks that were enchanted, you had like 50 Life Flask uses. Like on any good builds, it would never matter. It's mainly for like bossing on mediocre builds. Yo, I think this is the thing that killed Embu. I'm pretty sure that was him. He had like a 16,000 ES like wanding character for farming Fortress, and he was on a map with no damage mods. And like a trash monster just one-shot him with, I think it was this. You no longer have LA Proliff in Mudflats. You have to kill the guy first. So Templar Mudflats is going to be a lot shittier. But I don't think anything else matters there. What does that mean for K-Bach? It means you have to use fork support. And you don't have a chain, right? What was the bug with Refraction? The whole bit with Refraction is that it gives you free fork and chain, which is super strong. But it limits you to 1 proj. Which is a big downside. And then when used with certain skills, the downside was just ignored. Yeah, so now if you were to use Refraction on K-Bach, you would only have 1 explosion instead of, 6. Yeah, they fixed the Evolving Shrine bug. So yeah, you just need to actually use fork support now. No, you need return support as well. Return's super good. Aw, fuck. They fixed the Claw Mastery by just changing the wording. And it is still only instant life leech, and it won't apply to mana or ES. This is, I mean, they just nerfed Blood Notch into the fucking dirt. But this was for that, right? Oh, this bug was so annoying. So what got buffed? Stormbrand? Stormbrand Absolution? New Hammer Slam? I mean, I don't count new things as buffs, and almost every single new skill comes out with damage numbers that make it dog shit these days. Like the sweep numbers are horrific, and so is the like all these new like holy whatever skills. A skill having baseline conversion is a downside. That makes the skill shittier in 99% of cases. Like, you don't want that. Especially on these melee builds that want to play bottom left, like, base conversion sucks. I don't want to do fire damage, I want to do fizz damage. Like, fizz damage is so much better. So when they have, like, they have base conversion, and then they also just have worse damage numbers than current skills. Why? I'm really excited for all the new endgame stuff. Like, all the new Atlas stuff, the removal of 17s, like, base changes to, like, currency. All the new systems are super good. Some of the nerfs to like some of the endgame things are definitely needed, like Int and the Evasion Mastery and stuff. These are good, but it's another league where it's like Why are there 3 skills that got buffed? Like, self-cast spellcasting has been dog shit for like 4 years, and it's like they're just never gonna get touched. The reason you can't play Runegraft of Refraction anymore, like, you need Fork because you can't use the Runegraft anymore. Like this, the Runegraft was always bugged, and it didn't properly reduce the number of explosions down to 1, and they fixed that. So if you use the Runegraft, you only get 1 explosion. With that said, based on these patch notes, I'm pretty sure playing K-Box is the right choice.